right, you guys, happy Thursday and happy Mercury retrograde. Yes, magic is in the air and in my bedroom, as you can see, thanks to my disco dog. So let's unpack this. What does it really mean for us? We usually fear Mercury retrogrades, but this one is actually exciting. 3 words to describe it. I would say Pisces, I would say closure, I would say clarity. And we've been talking about, shedding and endings, and we thought that it ended when the new year started, but we're hit with that first retrograde for the year. So there's a little bit more of contemplation, reflection, releasing that we need to do as we normally do on retrogrades, but as I mentioned, it's different. So why is it different? First thing is it's in Pisces. Pisces is a very sensitive, a very watery, emotional, constantly operating beyond the veil, very special sign in its purity, obviously. So when you talk about people, because you usually highlight this to me, when you talk about people, it doesn't necessarily mean that all people under Pisces will be that, but Pisces in its purity, astrologically speaking, is very sensitive, very connected to the emotion, very connected to what's underneath the veil, right? So that's the first element, which means that normally those retrogrades are a bit of a trickster energies, right? So they force us to slow down. They force us to look back. They force us to feel into what is it that you still need to close or perhaps repeat the lesson. So it carries that energy as well, but more from a perspective of that Pisces, with that feeling into those Pisces. So more into look really deeper, right? And it's so important because we just ended a 9-year cycle. We went through our death, and we went through our rebirth, right? So how I describe this retrograde, especially that it's going to last until the equinox, so until the actual spring, the actual rebirth, is this incubator process. And I talk to you guys and highlight this to you guys always whenever we talk about new energy, new ideas, new projects, new relationships, that everything new that was just created from the spirit realm, materialized, grounded into the existence in the physical world. Whatever that is, my belief, it always needs this incubator process, this bubble of protection where it's not yet ready. It's already here. It's already in the physical, right? The change, the rebirth, it's already here. It's already in the physical, but it's not yet ready to be exposed for the everythingness in the new, in the world, in the right. So yes, I said in the beginning of this week, it's time to move. It's time to move with direction. It's time to take action, but that action still needs a little bit of that veil of that incubator. So I've actually been myself, just to give you this example, I've been feeling so strongly into the energies of these past months, the shedding, the death, the rebirth. So my body, my energy, my essence actually felt the death and felt the rebirth. I've actually done a little ceremony for myself for that rebirth. And now we are literally newborns, okay, that are still in that incubator, right? So we're already here. We already knew. We already exist in the physical. The new version of us is already here, but it still needs a little protection. And what does this protection mean? It means, another analogy, you know that I love analogies. Just imagine that you already, I also have given you an analogy when we were in that waiting room period about the train, waiting for your train, right? For your train to arrive. So it's exactly that. Your train for the next 9 years arrived, okay? You entered that train. You're already on the train. There is no turning back. The train is not stopping. But you're looking through the window and you're giving it a last look at what was, with the depths of your newly gained wisdom, with already in your new energy, in your new me, the final glance at what was, to fully close that with kindness, with love, with release, with grace, with thank you. And I've mentioned this to you guys when we were talking about the waiting room in between the karma and the dharma. We have to understand where we come from to actually know where we're going. We have to love and embrace with gratitude where we come from to be able to reach where we're going, because it's all interconnected. Where we come from is where we're actually going. So this is this moment. This is this moment to close on every level. This is this moment to gain even more clarity. Where is it that you're going for the next cycle? This is the moment of go deeper on everything that maybe you've already knew, you've already contemplated on, things that you already let go, things that you already closed, but go deeper into that almost psychic insight into that. Contemplate in that retrograde. Meditate if you can, if you resonate with that practice. Sit in stillness, sit in silence, listen to the insights, listen to the signs. It is the final bye-bye to our old selves. So very, very beautiful energy. You can as well do some practices and some rituals that, if you have any, I will share with you in a moment on my stories. I don't want to talk about it here because I'm going to repost this on Instagram. But there's some rituals to say goodbye, whether you want to burn it with fire, release it with fire, however you want to do it, but make sure it's really going deeper. We're not saying goodbye to simple things, to simple routines, to simple patterns. We are saying goodbye to generational trauma, to deep subconscious, once subconscious, now conscious patterns that made us think that we were what happened to us. We're saying goodbye to that, right? It's a we've shed. And now it's like you are giving a last look at that skin that you shed before you bury it and before you move forward. So that's the energy of the retrograde. I hope you enjoy it. It's going to be absolutely magical. It's the biggest thing that is happening now, leading to the lunar eclipse and then the equinox that is going to mark the actual new beginning. We're already in the new beginning, but remember, we're in that incubator, and we're going to get out of that incubator to stretch our arms and to fully feel into the new us when the spring will start. So that's what I wanted to say, and I'll share some more things on my TikTok stories.